Right, shalom, shalom, Israel, Pastor Corey. Taking the ride to the city this morning. Wanted to come on, touch bases with the family and all those who tune in and listen. Just a few things before we get started. We have the Trilogy app that's out, man. That's going extremely well. I mean, we have an opportunity to do some great things, and so tonight I'm doing a conference call with a lot of the clients so that they can really understand what we got going on to help forge forward good health going into this January and February months of the Roman year. So that's going really well. And then over on patreon.com/body of Yah. I don't have much up there right now, but I've been just really behind the scenes laying down the content and the groundwork of what we're going to be doing. Because over there on Patreon, man, I'm going to be doing a lot of things with conspiracy against health. I'm going to be doing a lot on just different, dynamics of bettering your health. Looking at men, looking at, issues that men have. Like as men get older, they find that they are not able to, really have the right or the correct blood flow through the penile area. And there's a lot of different things that we can do to just better ourselves, like exercise and get the necessary nutrients in. Then there's also supplemental nutrients, that we can get in. So we're gonna be covering that. I myself, Sister Gabby, we'll have special guests, from time to time. We're gonna want to try to make that Patreon just a different platform, but all in value of maximizing the use of the temple that you dwell in, meaning your body, while you have time on this earth, is what we want to be covering over there, with a lot more content, that hopefully can help you out. But anyway, I'm coming to you this morning because, I'm really evaluating the effects that Christianity has had on the Bible, the move of the saints, and just overall, the thought behind Christianity. And so as I look, and I remember reading last week in Revelation chapter 22. And one thing stood out to me about those who practice falsehoods was going to be destroyed. They was going to have their portion in the lake of fire. So then it sparked a thought about Christianity. And let's talk. Because I'm really, getting geared up to try to get this event off, in January. And the event that we want to do here in Kansas City is, can people truly be Israelites? Because I'm looking at what's happening with people. I'm looking at, when you have this false movement of this camp doctrine. And I call it that because, like I said before in many other videos, I long time ago, man, my people were, associated with the Black Panther movement. I grew up in neighborhoods where gangs were prevalent. so you look at the gravitation towards groups and organizations for black people to try to combat daily, you know, I would call it soreness from mistreatment and disparities. And so you try to find a way to get and fit in somewhere where really when you go and you look at all of these camps who reject the New Testament or the Bret Hadashah, and they reject it, not knowing that it was key for Yah showing us that he was raising up the branch of David that he promised in the prophets, meaning that branch of Jesse, Yahshua, he came and he laid down a demonstration that was going to help Israel, seeing that we were separate. And the biggest principle behind it is that we're separate because of sin that caused us to be cursed. Those curses have mental conditions, diseases, had caused us to have lack, poverty, so many other things. And so Yahshua brought a formula where now we can begin to activate a spiritual weapon to begin to break those things. And it allows us to experience the Heavenly Father in a portion of what he's going to do if we would just trust him and endure to the end. Well, because of the sacking of the temple in 70 AD and all the likes of the things that have gone forth in replacement theology and in replacing the true people, then we have this formation of a religion that does not align with a lot of things that you read in the Bible. Therefore, we find that there's a great amount of falsehood in Christianity. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm going to pause it and I'm going to allow you to dissipate, separate, get the hell out of here so that you can go on about your business. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk to those who haven't near to here. So here you go. All right, did you leave yet? Okay, so my point is this in evaluating the falsehoods in Christianity. This is what I want you to take to heart if you come across this video. One, Yah mean what he say, what he presented to John pertaining to falsehoods. In fact, let me grab my book here because I want to read what it says in here, because I thought that was just amazing, you know, what he said pertaining to, you know, practicing falsehoods. But no, the thing about Christianity is that it's laced with falsehoods. And here in Revelation chapter 22 verse 14, it says, blessed are those who wash their robes. All right. And so obviously, you know, when you look at that in depth, that means those who do his commandments, you know, from this version. So it says, blessed are those who do his commandments. All right. So we know Christianity don't do commandments. Commandments is nailed somewhere to some pagan stick. Yeah. Right? Yeah. It's nailed to a pagan stick. So then it says, so that they will have the right to the tree of life and may enter the city by the gates. Outside, it says outside the gates. Now look, if you keep the commandments, you're gonna have access to the tree of life. See, that's one thing. So if I'm a believer, if I'm trying to find out the way of truth, why would I put myself in bondage to something that's gonna cause me to be separated from the master, to be separated from going in the gates? All right. He said, you have right to the tree of life, and you may enter the city by the gate. All right. So you going in by the gates. Outside. So y'all know what outside is, right? Outside are dogs and sorcerers and fornicators and murderers. And by the way, all that is breaking the commandments. How else is he going to judge you? How are you going to be judged? Just because he feel like you don't come and you do and you don't come and we're going to have you? No, it don't work like that. All right. So outside are dogs and sorcerers, fornicators, murderers, and idolaters. And everyone, it says everyone, who loves, and watch this, key word, and practices falsehoods. So I want to put that on your mind this morning. All right. Let me put that on your mind. Give me 1 second. All right. So let's break this down, you know, as we get ready to journey into the city of Kansas City, from the area where we are here in the state of Kansas. All right. Headed down to the gym. But my whole point is this. I want y'all to hear me good. So it was made known to John, everybody that practices falsehoods, you're going to be outside the gates. So then let's evaluate this. Is Sunday the true day of rest? So I want don't take worship. Let's just take what's in the book, because that's all I'm dealing with. Is Sunday the true day of rest? Was Yeshua born on, Yeshua, Jesus, was he born on December 25th? Does Easter reflect the truth that Peter, John, Paul, Yeshua, Yeshayahu, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Moses, would they be able to identify with Easter in any kind of way? Would they know what you're talking about? If you sat here and start talking about Easter and Easter egg hunts, and we have Easter egg hunt and Jesus died, would they know what you're talking about? Is there anything in the new covenant or the Bred Hadashah, the renewed covenant, that indicate that we should not mix dark and light together? Can you drink from the cup of sin and from the cup of righteousness? And if it is in there, then how do we have trunk or treat within the walls of the churches, in the church parking lot, even anywhere around there, when that is one of the high holy days of the witches? That is one of their Sabbaths. So it's a lot of falsehoods, and somebody's going to have to pay for it, and those who practicing it, you're going to pay for it, just like the book says, like I just read. So that's why I ask you this, because there are those falsehoods and many more that is laced in Christianity. So then really, is that what Christ wanted people to subscribe to? Did he want you to subscribe to this form of godliness, because that's what it is. You know, that's what I found. It's just the truth. I'm telling you, it's the truth. As I look out and I see what I'm teaching my children and what wisdom I have come across, you know, what I found is that this wisdom I'm coming across, you get persecuted by those who are religious, who are church folks, and you get persecuted by these folks who are Gnostics, who's all you do is sit down and read. Where I just give you an example. I had a sister who I'm praying for her. She's in quote unquote a foreign country she's not here in the States. And she said while I was praying for her, she felt the presence stand behind her and touch her. So when she looked around, nothing was there. I'm looking at these healings that are going on, where I grew up in the middle of the hood in North St. Louis, where that is one of the deadliest places that you can dwell in St. Louis. Go check it out for yourself. And, you know, and so with this, I'm just sharing with you a thought this morning that I hope you take sincere, that you go look into for yourself, because I myself, you know, this is where I am currently in my thought process. I see the need to have no fellowship with those who don't truly understand. Do I cut out from all the people and just let them be and go live in a rock for the rest of my days? No, that's not what it is. Because you got to be a light, and you can't put the lamp, you know, under the bed. You got to put it on the lampstand. So who all that comes into the room see the light and enter, all right? So you got to be that. You know, Yahshua ate with tax collectors and publicans because he was able to show them. But he did not make his bed among them. He made his bed among those whom he had called to himself, his disciples, his emissaries. So that's why I make my bed among those who are like-minded, like me. That we know we're striving for. But when I go out, do I look? Do I discern? See, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Even with my page, Abishai Ben Yahuda. You know, it's for me to, one, you know, I don't know about nobody else. You know, I don't, a name don't make you more holier. That's not setting you apart. You know, even though the book says that some would subscribe to the name of Yahweh, you know what I mean? Some would surname themselves after Jacob, you know, or whatever, you know, and that's fine, but we got people doing that, and they are no more holier than they were the day before, because they have not been delivered from the things that is the bondage is against Israel. It's to destroy the holy nation. And so it's our job to break these curses and separate from all those generations of sin of our forefathers. And that's what this book is about. That's what the love story is about. That's what the marriage feast is about. It's about coming, Yah having a people that he loved, that was the apple of his eye, coming back in. So with Christianity, we so erase that, and we have people practicing falsehoods. If I'm wrong, show me where everything I named is wrong and that they're not falsehoods. Because Christmas is false. The Bible even speaks against it, where he made it known to them about bowing down to the evergreen tree, decking it with silver and gold. I mean, it don't get no clearer than that. But yet, because we got a God that he needs our help in mending creation, because we got a little more wisdom about what each generation need than he do, when he said his word was to every other generation. So I can leave you with that. Ain't nothing else to say. Ain't nothing else to say. So you go look up the falsehoods and quit practicing falsehoods, and then you tell me if you are Israelite or if you are Christian. Think about it. Shalom, shalom.